Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to do these basic electrical connections uh, for your car, for your karma, or for your home. So let's start. So first of all, for let's say we have a battery and we want to do a electrical connection for that battery. So the components that we need is a 12-volt battery, one or two fuses, wires, two bus bars, battery monitor, master switch, circuit breakers, fuse panels, and loads. And in the next picture, I will show you how to make a simplified electrical circuit. So here you can see you have two batteries, positive terminal and negative terminals. So to connect these batteries having same volt, you connect positive with positive and negative with negative. And then positive, which is normally represented by red wire, connected to a fuse and then to a power switch so that we can switch off, and then from bus bar, and then from bus bar to circuit breaker, uh, and then to fuse panel. And in the fuse panel you have different inputs that we can get for the loads, and then in fuse panel you can get the negative terminal to your negative bus bar, which is shown in black color, and then battery monitoring system so that you know how much battery voltage are dropping, and then to negative terminal. And in bus bar of negative terminal we also have a one connection for the ground point. This is a very simplified diagram only showing how to connect from battery to the fuse panel and then fuse panel to loads. And if I show you how to do in a picture form, then you can see that we have two batteries, and then we are connecting with a fuse panel and then fuse panel to battery switch if we follow the red wire, or positive terminal, and then bus bars. And then in these four terminals we would use only two terminals in the circuit, and then one connected to circuit breaker, and then fuse panel where we can see we have different fuses to have a different uh, loads, starting from 1 amp, 3 amp, 5 amp, 10 amp, or 12 amp. And then over in the fuse panel, normally upper side we have negative terminals, and we use ring connectors and then butt connectors for our loads, so it can be socket, LED, and vent. And then one connection goes to the negative terminal, which is connected to the negative bus bar, which is also connected to ground point, and then to battery monitoring system, and then it go back to battery. Now this was a simple circuit for from battery to loads. Then if we want to install a solar panel, then of course we need all the same things, but we need solar panel, extra solar panel, and then the rest of the equipments are same, except we will have a charge controller where we want to charge the battery, but only in a one way. So if simplified diagram, you have a same positive terminals, then it goes to fuse and power switch, bus bars, and then to circuit breaker, and then circuit breaker to charge controller, and then charge controller to power switch. And then we have solar panels, so connect solar panels in a series. So negative terminal of one solar panel goes to positive terminal of second one, and then negative terminals goes to power switch, and then one the starting solar panel positive terminals goes to power switch again. And here we again have a negative ground connection with bus bar, which is a negative terminal. So if I show in a diagrammatic way, you can see we have three batteries here, and then we have a fuse, power switch, bus bars, two connections, and then circuit breaker. And then if you go up there, solar panels, we are connecting solar panel from negative to positive, and the first positive goes to uh, our main switch, solar disconnect, and then negative goes also to solar disconnect. These are the parts that you may be required just to for the insulation. And then we have a charge controller which has four uh, inlet and out points. So we have two positive inlet and two inlet, which is one positive and negative from solar panel, red here showing in red wire and black wire, and two output, positive and negative, which is showing in red and black here. So this red connect to circuit breaker, and then it's to battery, and then this negative connect to again bus bars, and then power battery monitoring system, and again goes to battery. uh, Now if you want to third circuit, if you want to have a inverter in your home, and you also want to have a karma inverter installed in your your karma. Then these are the things. We just need extra thing, which is inverter. um, and normally inverters have six inlet or out, outlet points. So here is just you can show that we have 5 points for the inverter. uh, and Here I can show you in a simplified diagram that you just install battery, and then from fuse to power switch bus bars, and then we have a circuit breaker, and then it's going here to fuse, and then we have 2 points coming from inverter, positive and negative. And in inverter we have AC in, and this orange one AC out. So this pink one is AC in, and then orange one is AC out, and this black one is ground point. So the purpose here of inverter is that it takes power from live power. So from our home we have a socket here, it goes to inverter, and then inverter charge our batteries from positive and negative terminals. And our inverters also help us. So when there is no power coming in this power inlet, then our inverter help us to take power from our batteries and do this in our loads. So if I show in a diagrammatic way, you can see we have bus bars here, and then we have inverter which is having 5 connections. So one is ground point, then one is positive battery, negative battery, and one is AC in, which is coming from our live socket, our live power for our home, for example 110 volt or 100 220 volts. And then AC out where we install circuit breaker, or just to have a safety, and then also the loads. Then we have a fourth circuit is if you have a battery. This is only for car, not for home. So if you have a vehicle battery, then you can install a DC charger, DC to DC charger, and take 2 points of positive and negative from your car battery when it's running, because in the battery, in the car, the battery is charged continuously by alternator. So you can also use that power to charge your um, Karma battery, which is for the loads that you want to run in your Karma. So in this DC inverter, we have 4 points, two inlet and two outlet. So these 2 points shows that it's input, and then these 2 points are outputs, and inputs are connected to battery power, and then output connected to your battery. So if I go in a final overview, then you can see that we have two batteries. We have we have a different fuse here, and then battery switch, and then we have this bus bars. So you know bus bar purpose is to distribute power. So we can see that we have one power coming from battery, and then we have connection going to inverter, connection coming from solar panel, connection coming from the uh, car battery, and connection coming to the our fuse panel, uh, our live loads that we want to use. Similarly, in negative bus bars, we have the same connection coming from our car battery, connection coming from our fuse panel or loads that we want to run, and connection coming from solar panel, and connection coming from inverter. And then this is connected, and this is all connected to our battery. I hope you have find this video useful, and it's just an overview. Thank you.